So my name is Annika Daisley. I'm the Deputy Director of the Euro Institute based in Kiel. It's in the Upper Rhine region, and this is the cooperation area between France, Germany and Switzerland. It is a region with a long tradition of cooperation after World War II. The fact is that the obstacles comes if you cooperate. The more you cooperate, the more you will face obstacles. And what we experience is that when you cooperate, you talk about some features and you come to an obstacle. Then the first step is to identify the obstacles, to have also a sort of common comprehension of the obstacles, because on the French side you can have one vision of the obstacles, on the German another, and maybe on the Swiss side a third one. And so you have to have a common understanding of the obstacles in order to be able to solve it. Of course, there is different platforms that are accompanying those people coming together and overcoming those obstacles. You can have local platforms, like, for example, in the Upper Rhine region, the Euro districts. You can have also thematics platforms, like we do have the InfoBest, which are specialized in all social security and insurance and work contract, etc. Questions. And you have some platforms that are much more focusing on capacity building, like we are in the Euro Institute. And by discussing with other borders in Europe, we also recognize that this problem of identifying the obstacles, identifying solutions, looking for information, because sometimes you have also the information, but you don't know who has it and where to find it. It is common questions that you can find at different borders.
Our region is quite well integrated and has a long history of cooperation. Nevertheless, some obstacles do still exist, and every now and then even new ones emerge. I'm Frederick Siebenhaar, Project Manager at the Euro District Pamina. The Euro District Pamina is a local grouping for cross-border cooperation in the northern Upper Rhine Valley between Germany and France. The Euro District is covering about 6,500 square kilometers and has 1.7 million inhabitants, out of which 16,000 are cross-border commuters, mainly commuting to work from France to Germany. Sometimes obstacles are physical, like the lack of bridges across the Rhine, but mainly people are confronted with legal and administrative obstacles, like, for example, missing mutual recognition of diplomas in numerous professional domains, or gaps in the ticketing systems of local public transports. Those obstacles and problems can't always be solved on a local level where we, the Euro District, are operating. That's why it's quite important that we maintain very good relationships with the regional, the national and the European level, so that we can forward our on-site experiences to them. And finally, I want to underline an issue that seems quite important to me, besides the problem solving on the most appropriate level. It is the mutualization of competences, bringing together the right stakeholders to tackle specific issues in a cross-border context without substituting the competence structures has led to the best results at the Euro District Pamina, where we are working in the cross-border cooperation. And I don't forget, when I'm talking about that, the important role which Interreg programs have played during the last 25 years and still continue to play.
That other border regions suffer. We are, a peripheral border region. We have a lot of rurality. There have been some very good projects that have taken on the challenges of some of this, There's been a lot of cooperation, for instance, between the health agencies, north and south, and we have a very important flagship project which has shown the success of years and years of campaigning from communities, from service users, which has been taken up on both sides of the border now, and we have a big commitment from the Northern Ireland Executive and from the Irish government for a cancer unit which is opening very soon, which will take patients from both sides of the border and have staff from both sides of the border, and which is really a big breakthrough and will make a real difference in people's lives because they won't have to travel many, many miles for cancer treatment, for radiology services.
The strongest argument for solving border obstacles is opportunity for more business. And with more business, more jobs. Hello, my name is Annika Daisley and I work for the Border Committee, Svinesundskommittén, situated in the border region between Oslo and Gothenburg. The work on eliminating border obstacles within the Nordic region is managed by the Nordic Council of Ministers, a collaboration between the Nordic governments and parliamentarians, not in the EU as one might think. Traditional citizen has been a focus on the Nordic border work, and obstacle for trade and industry has had a lower priority until now. Border obstacle for trade and industry means different things depending on where we are. Are we at EU's external border between Sweden and Norway, or at EU's internal border between Sweden and Denmark? Between EU countries, the discussion is often about access to labor and personal mobility. Large attracting regions are the winners of the future. And for those of us who live in the border regions, this means that we must learn to disregard the border and see the opportunities. And there is a tremendous potential in solving border obstacles, because it's all about how to generate jobs and boost business. Thank you.